Welcome back to part 2 of the selection decision statement. So far our programs, as you know, started with main and proceeded down to the top down to the bottom. We introduced in the last video the decision statement, which is the if statement. We introduced the 6 relational operators, these 6. We discussed conditions equate to true or false. And we said, for example, if x is greater than 10, this will only happen if x is larger than 10, this printf. This is the next statement. If this is false or true, this happens. If this is true, this happens, and then this happens. Then we talked about the optional else part of the if statement. If this is true, we execute this, else we execute this, one or the other, and so on. So let's take a look at So here we are back in C, and we have a little program. The program is really simple. It's going to get a score from the user, like an exam score, and it's going to prompt the user to enter the score. It's going to scan it into this variable, and it's going to say, hey, you did good if your score is above 70. So if the score is above 70, it's going to say you did good. If the score is not above 70, it's not going to say you did good. It's just going to come to this line. So we're either going to get output of you did good, this is the end of the program, or just this is the end of the program. So I'm going to run this. And when I run it, it's going to ask me for an exam score. So I'm going to enter 71. That should be good. You did good. This is the end of the program. You did good. This is the end of the program. So we came in right here. We tested this condition. 71 is greater than 70. So we display you did good, exclamation point. Then we go down and we say this is the end of the program. Let's run this one more time. And this time we will enter a number. This time we will enter a number less than 70. So 45. That's less than 70. So this should just say this is the end of the program. It does not say you did good. It says this is the end of the program. So let's go do something else in here. Let's add the else part. So if you didn't do good, then you must have done bad. So you did bad. So if the score is greater than 70, we'll say you did good. If it's not greater than 70, meaning 70 or less, you did bad. So let's run that and see this in action. So the program runs, we enter 50. Or 52, it better say you did bad. You did bad, end of the program. So notice, we come down, top down, we get a score from the user. They typed in 52. 52 is not greater than 70, so we skip this. 52 is less than 70, so we do this, and then we say this is bad. Now this logic can get really complex because I can have anything here in the true part. In the true part can be anything in the world, as many lines of code as I want. As long as I group them with mustaches, I can have more if statements and more types of statements that we haven't even learned. All right, so I want to do one more example and then I'm going to end this section. So what I want to do is I want to look at these program specs. Let's say we're going to write a short program, which we've already started, to enter an exam score. We're going to store that exam score, and then we're going to either display an A, B, C, or D based on a 10-point grading system. So if that score, if they got an A, meaning in the 90s to 100, that's an A. In the 80s is a B, in the 70s is a C, and so on. So a standard 10-point grading system. So this is going to look a lot different, and what I'd like to tell you is for every possible outcome, -1 is the number of times I'm going to see an if statement. So for example, in a grading system, there is A's, B's, C's, D's, and F's. I don't have any idea why we skip over E, but students get A or B, a C, a D, or an F. So there are 4 possible outcomes. 4 minus 1 is 3. So what I'm about to write, I'm sorry, there are 5 possible outcomes. 5 minus 1 is 4. What I'm about to write should have the word if 4 different times. So I'm going to come in here and say if the score is greater than or equal to 90. If that's true, then the user got an A. So we would tell the user they got an A. Now, else, if that score is greater than or equal to 80, greater than or equal to 80, then we're going to tell the user they got a B. They got a B. Now watch, I can produce the rest of this code rather quickly. So what's left is a C, a D, and an F. So a C is if the score is greater than or equal to 70. That's a C. And a D is if the score is greater than or equal to 60. And now the only thing is left is an F. So I don't need a condition because this is the catch-all or the otherwise. Otherwise, they got an F. And that's it. That's a 5-point grading system or a 10-point grading system with 5 possible outcomes. And I'm going to let this run and then I'm going to wrap this video up. So let's see this run. The user is going to enter an exam score 88. That better be a B. That better be a B. You got a B. So let's take a look at how that happens. So we came down, top down, and we enter this score. That score was an 88. We test this condition. Is 88 greater than or equal to 90? No. So we skip the true part, go to the false part. The false part is here. Is 88 greater than or equal to 80? That's true. We do the true part, you got a B, and we leave the if statement, coming all the way down to the pause or this press any key to continue. Once a true occurs, I leave the structure and go down to the pause. If nothing's true, I do the else and go down to the pause. Let's test it a second time. Let's test it a second time. So here we go. Here we go. This time we're going to enter an exam score of 60. 60 better be a D. You got a D. We come top down. They enter a 60. Is 60 greater than or equal to 90? No, that's false. We skip the true part. We come down here. Is 60 greater than or equal to 80? No, that's false. We skip the true part. We come down here. Is 60 greater than or equal to 70? No, that's false. We do not do the true part. We come down here. Is 60 greater than or equal to 60? It is. 60 is greater than or equal to 60. So we're going to write you got a D. We're going to skip the else part and we're going to say pause. Your exam score is 60. You got a D. And we say pause. Okay, that's part 2. I'm done. You need to test this, test this, test this. You need to be comfortable. And that is the if, else, if conditional statement. Have a good day.